All right. So, this is what I do, folks, right? I make videos. I'm going to go to the gym later. This video is about steroids. And, oh, you hear that? That was my knee popping. That hurt. See, when you don't exercise for a while, what happens when you do exercise for like 6 days in a row is your knees swell up, the muscles swell up. They don't, the tendons are part of the muscle. They don't really fit in the grooves that they have. And your cartilage and your bones and everything, your whole fucking body starts fucking breaking down, bro. You know? And you don't know it until you know it. But when you know it, you're like, all right. I mean, if you have money and you're like, upper middle class, your doctor will tell you, like, you're probably going to die if you keep going like this. But if you're poor, the doctor will be like, yeah, you look normal, man. All good. And you're like, I feel like I'm dying. And he's like, everyone feels like that. That's poor. I mean, that's normal. Don't worry about it, Because poor people generally don't care about anything. How about that? How about them apples? Yeah, they're worse people. They're more animalistic. Yeah, true. I don't feel like lying to you. I do feel like taking steroids. So, that's what I'm going to do. What's it called? Trenbo? It's like this really good steroid. Trenbolone, the monster steroid. Am I going to? I think I'm going to. Because I think my body really needs to pack on some fucking muscle. And I'm telling you about this because I'm a believer in people doing things the smart way and being healthy. It's great that everything is taboo and our society is like super liberal, but also like super ashamed of itself, which is like the most demented, dysfunctional, unhealthy combination that an actual demonic enemy of humanity could conjure up. Do whatever you want, like even back as far as Queen, like, he was straight up having gay sex, and considered it Russian roulette. He knew he was gonna, they call it catching the bug. These gay people go out and they try to catch AIDS. I don't know why. What happened to your pride? If you gotta say you're proud of something, you're fucking ashamed. It's like proud to be ashamed. Be proud of that shame. Why are you gay? Well, my priest raped me. Oh, he did? That sucks, dude. Sorry to hear that. Yeah. Is that all? No, my dad raped me too. He did? Why did he do that? Oh, the priest said it was okay. Why? That's terrible. Because I was bad. The fuck the evil into you. Fuck the evil out of you. That sounds like a pretty bad deal. Yeah, but like if you got like younger brothers, you can fuck your evil into them. You can? That's what they do? Yeah. What if you're the youngest brother? Oh, and then you fuck the dog. Sounds pretty shameful. Yep, I guess it is. Yes, it is. But that was one evil dog. That dog was evil. So, yeah, that's what life is like for some people. And, but they support their priests. They support their priestophiles, because they want to rape their sons too. Yeah, LGBTQ. Lesbians usually need, like, a man that'll slap them, Gays usually beat the crap out of each other. Very abusive relationships. Look it up. LGB, bisexual, whatever. Whatever. Trannies, what the fuck? If you're gonna do that, then do it like Pee Wee Herman at the fucking truck stop. Like, don't think that, like there was some dude, Matthew Shepard, yeah? He dressed up like a chick and got dudes to fuck him, only in the ass. Because he didn't have a vagina, apparently, because he was a dude. And then some of the dudes that he tricked and fucking him in the ass killed him. It was sad and fucked up. I mean, who would get dressed up like a girl to trick guys into fucking them in the ass? That's really fucked up. It's not normal behavior. And, Dwayne Johnson just said he eats children and pineapple. Children 10 years of age and younger. And pineapple. What do people always discuss about pineapple? Oh, pizza. Do you have pineapple on your pizza? Fuck no. What about children and pineapple? Dwayne's like, yeah, okay. And I just watched Hugh Jackman. I'm watching this thing about how everyone in Hollywood does steroids. And Ben Affleck's like, was it Ben Affleck? No, it was the dude who plays Hugh Jackman. He's like, I learned my diet from Dwayne Johnson. And I'm like, oh yeah? That's what you did, huh? And that's how I react to things in real life, too. Like, if you straight up said that to my face, I'd be like, oh yeah? Oh yeah? So, in the UK, steroids are illegal. They should be in America, but in Hollywood, it's true. They all use steroids, and they lie about it. Like, if they were using cocaine, they wouldn't lie about it. And I know they're like, well, I need to for my job. It's for my job, But it's like, you took the role. You chose to take huge amounts of steroids. And in 5 months, put on 30 pounds of muscle while losing all of your body fat. Nobody with a brain is going to think that you did that naturally. Because you can't. It doesn't. Such things don't exist. So, what's the deal with Trenbolone? More plates, more dates. Trenbolone dosage for cattle versus humans. Tren, this guy's taking 1,000 milligrams of Tren Ace a week. 1,000 milligrams of Tren a week. I don't know if that's a lot. Is that a lot? I'm going to look it up. I really don't care anymore. It's not true. You know I care a lot. But, like, people who overdose on opiates, guess what? Unless they're trying to kill themselves, it's really easy to not fucking overdose and die from opiates.
Also known as the king of steroids, and that is trenbolone acetate. Trenbolone acetate comes in two versions, and it comes in a short ester and a long ester, and it's just acetate and enanthate. The acetate version, with my personal experiences, it just hits you so quick. I mean, I can almost feel it like I can almost feel the pre-workout, you know, like that's not really accurate. It does take a little bit of time to break down in your system, and the enanthate version obviously takes, you know, a few weeks to really build up and get a high concentration level of this compound in your system. So here's why trenbolone is known as the king of steroids, because it basically is. It has the highest anabolic androgenic rating that there is with any steroids that exist, other than I think Anavar. I think Anavar has a higher anabolic rating, but this is just ratings, you know, that I'm not saying they don't matter, because they do, but you're not going to feel anything from Anavar as you are trenbolone. Anavar, in my opinion, is a very, very weak steroid, and you actually have to run it sort of high to even get any sort of gains from it. Trenbolone is mainly used for cutting cycles. People don't typically run it in bulking cycles because trenbolone has an ability to help burn fat, and I'll get into that into a minute when we start talking about the side effects of trenbolone. So like I was saying, trenbolone has the highest anabolic to androgenic rating, and what this means, it is 500 to 500 compared to testosterone at 100 to 100. And this rating is basically a rating on anabolic activity and androgenic activity, and the difference in that is anabolic is like muscle building, so your body's environment to be able to build muscle, and androgenic is male-like side effects: hair growth, muscle growth, deepening of the voice, aggression. These are all side effects of high androgenicity. 50 milligrams a day to 150 milligrams a day is pretty much the standard, a beginner user to trenbolone versus an advanced user to trenbolone. So I'm going to go over some of the side effects, not some, well, it is some, it's not, I don't think it's all of them, but trenbolone has a lot of side effects. So I got a list on my computer that I'm going to pull up, and I'm going to have to read them because I simply cannot memorize them all. Heartburn, appetite suppression, or increase. It personally suppresses my appetite. I
don't have an appetite. I just had a salad. It's 4 p.m. It's the first thing I've eaten today.
I get extremely bad acid reflux. It is what it is. It's just a very, very strong steroid. Strength gains, size gains, can help burn fat in a well-structured program. And what I mean by that is that you track your nutrition, you track your calories, you train hard, you train right, you're doing cardio. You can't just take train and burn fat. It will help by actually increasing your body's temperature.
I just read something about, or saw a video about fat loss and high intensity 10 to 30 second bursts of, like, you know, all you can do, you know, as fast as you can, running as fast as you can, sprints, and whatever the exercise is versus long duration, you know, hour. Some bodybuilders do like 2 hours of cycling a day to burn fat, and they lose most of their muscle. But when you do sprints, it taxes your body, and then your body is trying to, like, it just makes the body work harder, so you burn more fat. I'm not saying you don't have to do any cardio. You obviously should do cardio of some kind. I mean, I like basketball, so that's my cardio. But, you know, what got me thinking about steroids today was the dunk contest. I'm watching these dudes dunk. And there's this one dude, Kilgannon, he's skinny. And I'm watching him dunk. And he's in last place. And I'm like, he's the only white guy. I know this dude jumps crazy high. And I'm looking at the other dudes, and I'm like, they're all on juice. Every one of those dudes is juicing. And then I remembered that, like, you know, every kind of sport has benefits from steroids, which is why superhuman feats of strength are on the rise. Anyway, sprints burns
It's
fat.
sort of a thermogenic. It will shut down your natural testosterone productions.
Thermogenic is being warm on the inside. There was this guy on Big Brother who wrapped who wrapped cellophane around his abdomen, and it was to sweat. And he was a bit of a goofball, but he was serious about that. He wrapped his abdomen every night in saran wrap for the thermogenics, I guess, to stay warm. I'm assuming on the limbs it would be uncomfortable and less necessary. I'd hate that. So now let's hear about this testosterone reduction.
So taking synthetic testosterone would be necessary in a good steroid cycle in order to reap the benefits of tren. Lowers T3, so trenbolone will actually suppress natural T3 production. So most people will recommend taking anywhere from 25 to 50 mcgs of T3 while they are taking trenbolone. And this is my experience. I have run tren without taking T3, and I've gotten decent results, but I have also run trenbolone and stopped getting results, and I was not running T3 with it. So it could have been partially to the effect that I wasn't taking T3, because when I added T3 back, or not back into my program, but when I added T3 with trenbolone, boom. It works very, very well. Instantly started losing fat.
I'm not going to talk smack about this dude, and I really shouldn't, but his name is Burton Fit, BBURTONFIT. The video is called 1,000 milligrams of Tren Ace a week, and I was just looking, a week, so that's like $60 a week, so that's like $250 a month just for the trenbolone, which is cool, I guess. I mean, not cool, but like seriously, like I don't give a fuck. People want to take supplements for their own body. It's really not my fucking business. You know, there's things that aren't our business. There's things that are interesting that we talk about.
Within just a few days, just instantly started progressing very, very quickly. So it's always good to run T3 or supplement T3 with a trenbolone cycle. Increased aggression, increased motivation. Trenbolone is typically that steroid that people get roid rage off of. It will literally cause roid rage. And some of this has to do with, I think trenbolone has a higher binding affinity to certain receptors, so it's sort of, I think you will have more free testosterone. And running high test with tren and low test with tren, it can kind of yield different results. Me personally, I don't like to run high test with high ancillaries. If I'm running high tren, I run low test just because it's much easier to manage your side effects. Insomnia, I have insomnia anyway, so when I take tren, I sleep like 3 hours a night, and that can just be counterproductive to training. Night sweats, increased blood pressure, increase in red blood cell count, increased vascularity. That's always good. Dryness, hardness. It is a contest drug. This is what people typically run into a bodybuilding show. Tren is not really used in a lot of off-season programs, but then again, I don't really believe in off-season. Yeah, obviously you have an off-season when you're not competing and not showing.
Dude, listen. This dude does not look like a bodybuilder, barely, and it doesn't look like he takes steroids, even though it kind of a little bit does. Like, he's got to train harder. That's like a fact. Like, if you're not training as hard as you can, you don't need anything.
This is Robert Front, 615, and you're watching Muscle Sport TV, the most jacked and tan show on the fucking internet.
Alright guys, what's going on? It's Greg Valentino here. And today I'm going to talk about Trent. Let me tell you something about Trent, alright? It's obviously a drug that a lot of bodybuilders love. Even myself, I've gotten great gains from Trent. Great gains. But the problem is, it also kills me. I can't breathe. It's like I'm breathing in a fucking meatball. Like I inhaled a meatball and stuck in my lung. I'm like, and me, I'm very sensitive to shit. So for me, it lasts like 10 minutes. Alright? Some guys get it, lasts a couple minutes. They call it the 911 drug because you get it. You call 911, I can't breathe, come get me. And then 10 minutes later, you call them and you're like, yeah, sorry, I'm okay now. I made a mistake. But so, what I'm trying to tell you is that everybody's different, because from the same trend that I took back in, when I took it, my friends took the same thing and even out of the same bottle, and they didn't get any Trent cough at all. Yet I did. So what that means is that not everybody is going to get the Trent cough. I'd say probably more than 50% of the people get the Trent cough, maybe 60%, 70%. But I have two friends that did the same one with me, and they didn't get the Trent cough. Now, back in the 90s, when I got arrested, I was actually arrested with Powerball, real Powerball, which is, what Trent is like a knockoff of Powerball. There's really no such thing as Trent, okay? These are fucking pellets that guys fucking boil down. These are all, it's a designer drug, okay? And the fact that it does that to you and it affects your lungs like that can't be good. Now, the other thing is, I gotta tell you this. My one friend who did take the Trent, he didn't have any problems with it. Didn't have any, the cough with it, actually wound up in a hospital with a bleeding kidney, okay, from that. And he also had bad, like dreams and a bad acid indigestion. Now, I didn't get any of that shit, but I also couldn't do a lot of it. I even took the Trent and stretched it with testosterone. You know what I mean? Look, with a little oil, even though you're not supposed to do a lot of tests when you do Trent. I don't know what the thinking is behind that.
That's messed up.
But regardless, the bottom line is that even if I stretched the Trent with more oil, testosterone oil, it didn't affect. I still got the Trent cough. And to me, anything that does
that sounds like shit.
And I know guys are gonna say, maybe the alcohol they use to boil down the pellets, or it's the chemical that's in the pellets, because I don't give a shit. If it does that to you, you shouldn't.
That's right. That sounds really fucking terrible. Alright, so what anabolics are good? What was the Alright, Anadrol. Let's see what deals with Anadrol. That guy who was just talking, Greg Valentine, he's somebody that, he did way too much of fucking everything. But I think that he's more likely to tell you the truth than anyone I met before. Anadrol versus Dianabol, D-ball, for extreme fat loss and definition. Anadrol before and after.
Anadrol, oxymethylone, is an anabolic steroid, which is a man-made form of the hormone similar to testosterone. Oxymethylone is a very good drug for promoting massive gains in both strength and size. The steroid was originally designed as a form of treatment for patients suffering from diseases which cause the body to waste away, such as HIV. A lot of bodybuilders consider Ameru-Ryen to be the strongest oral that there is for sheer mass gain. While oxymethylone is a DHT-derived compound and therefore can't convert directly to estrogen, it still is known for many estrogenic-related side effects. Some have speculated that oxymethylone somehow triggers the body's natural
That
estrogen
shit
receptors into
looks...
overdrive. Stronger anti-estrogens such as letrozole and exemestane have been shown to greatly suppress the body's estrogen levels and can both be very effective in keeping these types of side effects to a minimum while using oxymethylone. The
About
two
one
soda store
straw.
sells Ameru-Ryen at the lowest price on the internet. Bodybuilders are urged to keep cycles of Ameru-Ryen short, preferably 6 weeks or less, and to keep doses to 100 milligrams or less daily. It is important to note that Ameru-Ryen can be liver toxic if not used responsibly. While Ameru-Ryen will increase appetite in proper doses, this drug has been known to decrease appetite, making it difficult to eat if abused in higher doses. Clearly, this is a serious substance that should be treated with respect, but if used properly can be a very useful tool in achieving goals. For even more superior mass gains,
You know what?
bodybuilders may choose to add another injectable such as Deca or Tren to the cycle. In these cases, mass and strength gains are sure to be nothing less than dramatic. Oxymethylone will shut down the body's ability to produce testosterone naturally, therefore making a PCT regime crucial upon discontinued use. Pros: it works fast. No need for injections. Faster recovery. Ameru-Ryen has serious side effects when used incorrectly.
I'm gonna watch some more of this stuff. But I think it's... I mean, I just saw this dude, and he was, you know, probably like in his early, mid-20s, probably. And he looked overweight and unhappy, you know. He didn't just carry the weight around his waist like an ass like I seem to. But, like, I don't know, like everywhere. And he did some of this, whatever drug we're talking about, and it made a difference. He didn't look freaking happy, but I'm sure he was happier. I hope he was happier. Anyway, I think it sucks that our blame society, right? F society. I think it's sad that our youth aren't savvy when it comes to exercise. You need to, like, know an old timer. Like, I'd be considered an old timer because I would know how to do like a 3-day split of like bodybuilding, or like if you want to put on mass. I mean, I guess I know all this stuff and probably don't even need... I mean, no. I don't know if I even need this crap. But the point is, people don't talk about things that are difficult anymore. Did they ever? I don't know. You know? Probably at some point. But now they just don't. And that's just made everything darker. So when people say love and light, you know, I'm starting to warm up to the phrase. I'm tired of saying love and darkness, you know. I want some love and light too. So if you want to do steroids, then you should, but look into natural bodybuilding, natural powerlifting. You know, do your research. It's really... steroids are really common. It's kind of a bummer to realize that the professional athletes, that, you know, their methods are still good. it's just figure out what you want to do with your life and do it, and if that, you know, if it's part of your profession to be able to compete with everyone else that's using something that helps them, then do it. It's really tricky. It's just sad. Like, I'm sad about it just because of the fact that people are dying from overdoses. Like nobody, like, it's just like common sense at some point. At some point, it has to be common sense. I don't know when that is, but like, I don't know. I don't know why people are playing with their, some things are straight up life and death. And I don't like when people are playing with their own life like it doesn't matter. That's why, my plan for a lot of the drug dealers is death. And the education system doesn't, they have drug awareness resistance education. No, they don't. It's basically like an advertisement for like every kind of drug. And a lot of kids see DARE as an advertisement for every kind of drug. And the guy who did DARE at our town was a pedophile. The police officer that the town sent to our school to teach us about drugs. Andy was the basketball coach. The guy was a pedophile. He took advantage of one of my teammates who had no father because his father died. So when people want to talk about how great the cops are, when it comes down to where the bullet meets the bone, I'm usually on their side. But how can they not know? Like the cop in my town that I did karate with, who killed another guy while I was watching a Celtics game, and it was a half a mile from me. How did they not know? And the guy had a fake name. Like this, there's some shady shit that goes on with the police. Fuck you, police. Fuck you. Plus, most of you are on steroids too. And you know it. And now you know I know it. I know you guys, don't want to lose your job because, damn, being on the outs with the police when you work for the police, that's shit, right? That's like leaving the mafia, blood in, blood out, right? Right, gangster? You hear me, homie? Yeah. But at the same time, the corruption of the world's being called out. And your bosses are going down. And what do you think your bosses have? They got dirt on all you cops. So my advice is fucking basically contact the military police. Literally. You can't trust anyone else in your state. You can't go above your superior. You're kind of screwed. So get involved with your local militias. Get involved and be fucking forthright with somebody in your life. I know your profession is dirty. And it is. And you know it too. It's sad. So, yeah, that's all. When you know the truth of all this stuff, like I do, it's like you just look for something to believe in, And you can tell me over and over again and make fun of me that my love won't pay the bills, bitch. You stupid bitch. But I was never happy before I had love. And money wouldn't have changed that.